Okay then, it's off to... Or I'm just going to explore a bit, I guess, first. And then it's to get the net driver thing. No, wait. Yeah, net driver. It's going to leave me with not too much money left. But it's worth it. That's what the game's about, I guess. Hacking and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. Like just memorizing the map, really. I'll go up here for a second just to get the scenery. Okay, so some desert. Got the interactive map here on PC as well. Okay. Takes me around there. It's a pity that the interactive map is on the internet is a million times better than the actual real map in the game. It's a satellite view, where, the game is just like, at least the game's a wee bit 3D. It's not 3D in the internet version. But still, it's pretty sucky, the map. in the game, it's hard to make out really anything. I mean details, it's hard to make out details. But, so what was I going to do anyway? So I was like here or something. Do you think near my apartment? See, that's what I mean. It's very hard to make out that that's an apartment. I guess you can do that. So that's my apartment. On the interactive map, you can see straight off that's your apartment, and you can just see the color of it and stuff. It's different, it's a satellite view. So, like I didn't know for sure that was my apartment when I even said that there. So that's the apartment. I haven't actually bought it yet. There's like 4 or 5 apartments. And I wanted to just memorize the road. So I've memorized this road pretty much. I memorized this road. So there's the arcade. And come down here a bit. There's a big hotel. You can see the 3D shape of it. The only thing that's bad about the interactive map here is you really can't see like certain buildings. You can't even tell if they're high up or not because it's straight down bird's eye view. Some of them you can, though, because they cast a shadow and stuff. Right, so... Actually, they all cast a shadow, so there's a building over here that I'm pretty close. No, you think that would cast a bigger shadow. I guess it's just not as big as the mega buildings that are casting a big shadow on the map that I'm looking at here. Anyway, so there's like a hotel. There's a hotel on the map. It's casting a slightly bigger shadow than that other building. Nowhere near as big a shadow as mega building. Okay, so... Right, which makes sense, because it's like nowhere near the size. Right, okay. Let's see what size that building is. Actually, you know what? That's the building I'm talking about that's barely casting a shadow on this interactive map that I'm looking at on the internet. You would think it would be casting more of a shadow. It's higher than... It's taller than this one when I'm looking at this map. The actual in-game map. Anyhow, I don't know what that's about. Hold on. For fuck's sake, I wasn't even recording myself. Maybe I wasn't recording any of that. Oops. No, I was. It was okay. Just checked. Alright, so what was I doing? I was just trying to memorize one road, really. So, I memorized... So I pretty much know this bit. And then there's the arcade there. Then there's like a big hotel there. Then there's like... It's fucking hard to see, but I think that's the TV station there. No way. No, something's missing. Oh no, it's here. See, this map is so confusing. Like, for example, I don't think that actually exists inside the real game. It looks like there's some sort of bridge or something over the road, but when I was standing in that actual location, I didn't see anything there. So this map is kind of inaccurate. Anyway, I think that's the TV station, so I sometimes kill bad guys around... Shit, I've got mixed up again. Oh yeah, I would kill bad guys, the free bad guys sometimes, just to experiment on, just to pick the few bad guys to pick on, just to experiment things. Pick there. Then you walk down that road, I memorized a wee bit of that road, went through a wee bit of these alleys, and then there's like a gig here that I did, like a warehouse thing, and drove a car. So I memorized this road pretty much, because I remember I first came out into this road coming from here. I mean, this is recently, a year and a half ago, I remember went in this road in a completely different way, but came out of here, and then there did a wee mission here of a cyberpsycho. So I've this road is now becoming pretty familiar to me. I did another mission here, there's a big hand on top of the building, big robotic hand model, statue type thing. So this road's becoming more familiar to me. Unfortunately, I mean, there's not many more gigs left to make this road any more familiar than it already is. And then told me to go around this way to get to this building to do that last mission I did. The scroll of swine or something. Scrolls before swine. So that's where I was at, and then it drove me here to go to the actual cop and deliver him the stuff. So that's where I am. So it originally told me I was like here, and it told me to go take this road. So I was thinking maybe I should memorize this road. Just don't really have to spend too long on it. Just ride down it. So that's what my plan is, just to really ride down that road. Really, that's pretty much it. Just memorize it. Like, remember the turns. Remember that it turns off into Kabuki Circle or whatever that's called. Right. I already feel lost. It's straight. Pretty much just straight. Wait, am I at the road that I think I'm at? No, I'm at a different road. But yes, taking that road like that would take me back down to the main road again that I'm used to. And I should memorize where that leads. That leads to the right hand side of that building. So, okay. I memorized down here. This is the top of that main road. So, where else? So, this brings me back to that building I was just going to go to anyway. So I'll just drive around here for a second, like I'll take another loop around that to memorize it. It's a big building, yeah. So this building really is basically just on the same main road. It's just the top of the main road. It spins around like that. So yeah, I didn't really think of it that way initially. I just followed this road. Sometimes you don't realize you're doing, like when you're memorizing things. I just thought of this location as basically just you know, 45-degree angle or 30-degree angle or something from that location there, but I didn't even realize, oh yeah, it's actually on the same main road that I find. So there's another little detail to that road now that I can say, okay, I remembered it. I know that road. I'm basically explaining how memorization, the simple function that every bloody person in the world can do. But it's just weird sometimes saying, when you're memorizing something, just depending what way you look at it. Like, I thought that was a bit hard to remember there, that location. I was like, this is getting a bit too much and finding it hard to remember things. And it's like, it becomes a lot easier when I tell myself, oh, but it's the top of this. It's just the same road. So, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now that makes it a lot easier. It frees up my brain to learn more. I spent so much time learning all the roads of this game. Seriously, I mean, I didn't learn any of these roads, but I learned like all the roads around here, and all the roads around here, and all the roads. These ones were really confusing. This one especially, just around here, it's so hard to see. There's so many tall buildings, you can't see when one road leads to another road. There's a road here that goes like this, and then there's another road here that goes like that, and it just gets confusing. When you're trying to memorize a million other roads at the same time, it's like buffer size. You know, there's buffer size in this game. It's like eventually I hit my buffer size, my maximum buffer size in my brain, and then I can't learn anything, and it all fails. It went over the buffer size, and it just goes fail. And in my head, literally, and I just, you know, if I try to learn this, it's like, okay, that's cool. If I try to learn this, it's like, okay, it's going to be heavier. If I try to learn this at the same time as learning this, it's like, if I learn too much beyond that buffer size, it's like I just forget the whole fucking thing. It all becomes gibberish. So something as simple as making that location seemed a bit complicated for me for a second, because it was like, all I can see is crisscrosses and angles, and it's like, oh fuck, how am I going to remember that specific location? And then it's like, oh right, it's actually on the same road as that. And it's as if someone gave me extra buffer size, or took away the little demons, or whatever they're called. So, yeah, it's like that filled. Now I have more spaces left to keep learning. Okay, so that's the top of that road. So, yeah, I mean, I spent 100 hours or something just driving around the bloody map, trying to memorize it. And then a year and a half later, I go back to play the game, and it's like, oh my god, some of the roads I've actually forgotten. But some of them I actually remember better than I did at the time when I was learning them, so that's kind of weird. So I'm on that main road. Let's look up. Let's look further up this main road. This is the main road that I've been learning. What else is on it? Where does it lead? It just leads to a lot of highways, I guess. I'll do that some other time. Oh yeah, even coming back at it from this angle, it's like, okay, that makes it easier. Now I just remember big, giant buildings, A and B. I don't have to memorize the game. I just like it. I just enjoy memorizing stuff, and this is an awesome game to do that with. It looks stylish, so it's aesthetically pleasing when you're trying to memorize it. It's just got so many complicated turns. It feels like a fun challenge to memorize the map. It's also just healthy for the brain, I think. Memorize stuff. And it just really makes me appreciate the game much more if I know where I'm going. Instead of just following. I think this game's so big that I think you can ruin it on yourself if you don't have the best memory or something, and if you just follow the path of the road, if you just follow the marker points, you can end up like missing so much detail because you're not really looking at where you're going. You're just following those points from one point to another point on the map. So I like memorizing it in advance, or afterwards in this case, because I've done most of the gigs now in this location. But yeah, admittedly it was doing some of the gigs that helped me memorize it, so it's a bit of both. Sometimes it's doing the gigs in the environment that helps you memorize it. Sometimes it's nice to memorize it beforehand, so depends. It just depends. Maybe it is better just to do the gigs instead of memorizing it beforehand. I mean, admittedly, that street wouldn't really mean much to me if it wasn't for the fact that I did gigs there, and now it all starts to make sense. The locations. So maybe I shouldn't try to memorize it first. Maybe I should always do the gigs first, then memorize. How many gigs are around here? The bit I'm just talking about, the bit that's very confusing. There's a couple. There's three. 1, 2, 3. But I'm sure there's like there's a cybercycle, there's another cybercycle here. There's a guy. You know, I've never actually been to Regina. I might visit her and find out. I haven't been to her since like a year and a half ago, so I don't even remember that. I've got some nostalgia about this area. I remember doing one of my first missions around here. And there's still a gig here. There's still some gigs in Kabuki, actually. I mean, I remembered I did a couple already, but there's still more. 1, 2. Cool. So I was just gonna turn left at the apartments and then take this, or my left, and then my left again, going this way. So where am I? Oh, see, somehow I didn't know I was there. I got misturned again. I don't know. I'll drive. Have I been on this road before? No, I think I took this road. I want to take this road just for a second. It's going to take me ages to actually get onto the road that I'm trying to get onto. This must be where it crosses. Alright, so this is the bit where it goes over. I can't do wheelies in this game. Well, I feel like I could wheelie over that. So I'll get another little vantage point of that road, of that main road. Hopefully I don't fall off. I'll save it just in case I do. I'm forgetful. I'm forgetting where that crisscross, where does that lead? That's the main road. Where does that crisscross bit lead to? Oh, because I haven't learnt that yet. So that leads down to the Kabuki circle. That bit, I reckon I know that bit. So that would lead there. And then the circle would be. Let me see. The circle would be there. So this bridge actually helps me get a bit of a vantage point, an understanding of my location. It's a pity there's not many more gigs to do in this area because, you know, I guess that's the problem with this game, as people were saying. There isn't enough gigs. There's some bad guys, I think, over there which I can kill. If they keep returning, well, that means there's always something to do. I mean, it'd be nice if... I haven't experienced this in Cyberpunk, because usually when I'm playing it, I'm just driving around, and there's a million missions that I could do. But for the first time, there's not much to do, because I've done them all. For the first time ever, it's kind of weird, because it's weird saying that. It's just I've put so many hours in this game without really playing it. So for once, I've done, for once in this game, there's actually, you know, there's only one gig there, and one there, and the rest of them are down this way. So basically this whole region now is just, I don't know if there's anything to do in it. Once I've done that one, so it's kind of like shit. It's a bit disappointing. I guess you have to finish them eventually. Hopefully there'll be a good few bad guys spread across that constantly re-teleport, or that, not re-teleport, what's that word? That constantly come back, you know, you walk away, you come back, they're back again, you know, whatever that's called. Since he's got, amazing optics and all, you'd think he'd have binocular vision. I think that could... But I guess the reason he doesn't have binocular vision is because of the graphics. Yeah, I guess that's the reason, yeah. Gets less believable the further away you look. I mean, did you see that? A car just drove straight into another car and completely disappeared. I'm assuming, back again, I was looking at the recording to check that out. I'm assuming, the further away you get, it's not using the same mechanics or something. I mean, if you look closely, you see those cars turning at sharp angles. They don't move smoothly. But let's follow one car and see if it still becomes the same car as it... I'm going to have to literally make a new video for the bit. It's going to take me ages to get to this net driver cyberdeck thing. See? That's weird. The car disappeared. I wonder if that's a coincidence that it disappeared underneath that thing. Or somehow that thing mask. That doesn't make sense. Maybe if I went somewhere else. I mean, there's another blue car that looks exactly the same. It disappeared that's what I'm thinking. At a certain distance, the cars coming towards you actually disappear. Because they're not really there in the same way the other cars are, I don't know, simulated. So the cars in the background are simulated using different code or different maps or something. I mean, they look vastly different. I don't know if I've got enough about games to know why that is, but I should watch a video on it or something. All those videos get extremely technical. All those types of videos. Pretty much memorize this location. Yeah. There's still all these buildings I want to sort of jump around and memorize. I really want to memorize the whole thing, even if there is nothing left to do in this particular region. But I think that's what I was saying a minute earlier on. I mean, that's why I'd rather learn it beforehand, because then you already know it and you can drive around in the missions. I didn't realize how quickly missions would go by though. Those gigs go by in no time, especially once you've got a bit of ammunition and the cloak, or not ammunition. Once you've got a couple of cool weapons and that cloak thing, it's like that last couple of missions just went by really easily. Is that car floating? I have to look back at the video there. Yeah, just look back at the video. That car was doing a wheelie. That was weird. I wonder why. I wonder why, in terms of the technicality of this game, did that car choose to do a wheelie there at that moment? I do not know. The maps again, the technicalities of these engines, I don't have a clue why a car would do that. I mean, I've never seen that in a normal engine like Blender or something. Or that Dream software for PlayStation, you wouldn't just see a car do a wheelie. They usually stick to a grid-like thing. I don't know. So I don't know what way the things are built in this engine. Anyway, so... Oh, what I could do is change the time of day. some reason I made it 20 past 7. It was 20 past 7 for ages. And then I made it 20 past AM, or 20 past 7 AM, and then I skipped 12 hours again, and it's like, it's been 20 past 7 for freaking the last week of my life. I'll skip it to like, I don't know, 8:20 AM. Oh, that's different. I often forget you can do that. Like, that makes it vastly different. Changes the atmosphere and the tone and all, you know. Let me have a look again then from the... What do you now? Oh, that looks nice. It almost feels too... I feel like a vampire. It almost feels too sunny. It's like, it's burning my skin. It's so bright. I should make it... I don't know. What I keep something. Maybe skip time a wee bit for 2:20. That'll do it. It doesn't really matter, like, but... Oh, it's all changing. Right, so... Oh, it feels sunny. That's really psychologically strange. It feels so sunny in the game. It's just hurting my... It's not hurting my eyes, it's hurting my brain or something. It feels warm or something. It's like it's such a sunny day. I can feel the sweat pouring off me. Okay. You know what? I don't know why I'm so insane right now, but that is annoying me. I'm going to change it back to what it was. Because it just seems so bright. I mean, not bright. I already explained that it's not bright. It's something. Maybe I'll change it to 520. It's like I'm hallucinating. It's like I'm imagining the heat of the sun, and it just feels so bright. Okay, that's better. Where was I going? Right, so yeah, I was learning this. I was at this building, one that doesn't seem to cast much of a shadow in the director map. And yet it is a very tall building. It should cast a bit of shadow. And I was going to... Oh wait, does this take me to where I think it takes me to? Well, that's pretty much that road memorized then. This bit's really easy. I noticed it. I always wondered, like, what's up. I remember memorizing this a year and a half ago, a few of these streets. I think it was more facing the direction the bike's in right now. Like over there, where those pipes are. I think I memorized more about over there. And I was looking up that road, this road right here, thinking, oh, fuck, that's more shit to memorize. What's all that shit? But, you know, because I just did a gig there, I don't know, I guess doing the gigs really does help with the memorization process, but at the end of the day, I like to memorize it before I do the gigs, because then I can enjoy it, I can find the area familiar. It's kind of a catch-22. You know, there's no more gigs left in this area really, so it's like shit. There's nothing really to do. Hopefully, there's some bad guys. Like they'll always be there, right? So that's good. They'll always be there. So now this building makes so much more sense to my brain. So I just think of it at the top of. Yeah. I haven't really memorized this street. Is this the street I was actually gonna memorize? Oh, you know what? I've realized I've actually taken the... Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Which one did I do? What? This is the street that I've been planning to memorize for like the last 45 minutes here. 31 minutes even. Wait, let me go back again. I can't remember which street I took. Go back again. There's the Ripper Talk. Right, which street's this? Oh, okay, so this is the one, yeah. That's the street I was going to memorize anyway. I was going to come around it that way instead. So I will come around it that way. Get myself into the habit of driving around it, because I can't turn left, because that will take me onto a completely different road. So I have to take the second left. See, it's the little things like that. I guess real streets are like that in real life too, but it's the little things like that where it's just like, holy shit, you have to remember to take the second left, not the first left. Otherwise you'll end up in completely different... I'm not a driver, so in real life, fortunately, so I don't know, I'm not used to streets, and I live in a small enough city that I don't know what real life streets are even like. Are they as confusing as this? So I was going to take a left at the apartments, which I have to get into my head where they are as well. Coming up on them now, I think. No? Where are they? I don't remember that way for some reason. Have I got to them yet? Am I here? Am I at them? Is this? There they are. Actually, I want to go back to that robot hand. I'm going to have to just name this video Memorizing the Map, because it turns out I was supposed to do a gig and get that tectonic or tetratonic or net driver or whatever it is that I want. Where's the robot hand? I need to see exactly where I am so I can look in the interactive map here. Oh, and now there's some bad guys that hang around there. That's good. So there isn't always... As long as they keep reappearing, that's pretty cool. Because that means there's something to do, at least something to do in the region. Let me see on the interactive map here where exactly that is. Oh no, that's an NPC. It's an NCPD mission. So those guys will disappear once I've completed that NCPD mission. Okay, so anyway, let me look in the interactive map. Where exactly is that building? So it must be this one? No. Must be. Oh wait, yeah, it must be. Interactive map doesn't show the robot hand on it. I don't think. See, that just comes up as like a circle. It doesn't really show what it really is. The interactive map shows it for what it really is. It's like, it's so, I don't like this Cyberpunk map. The in-game map, it's terrible looking. It's like, I wish I'd had this map, interactive map, a year and a half ago when I was memorizing stuff. But whatever. Oh boy. So, robot hands there. Feels like there's some wasted opportunities in this game. It's not really wasted. It's like they had to make the game big, and they can't fill up every building. I wonder what if they could add DLC to this game to make use out of these buildings. Like, I don't know if there's ever going to be anything in this building. For example, this doesn't look like there's anything in it. There might be something in it, but there's no gigs or anything, so I wouldn't be surprised if we can't even go inside. I wouldn't be surprised if we can't even go inside this building. Which means that what they could do, the the DLC, and I think I read about this. I read like a title of an article saying, "Don't build outwards, build inwards." Like use the stuff you've already got. You know, use the buildings you've already got. So there's probably tons of buildings that are like empty, that just have no purpose. So maybe it'd be kind of. But I don't know for sure. Like maybe you can go in that building. I don't know. But if you, but oh no, that's it. Oh fuck. No. You know what? I want to save that till later. You know, as I said, if I do that mission, there'll really be nothing much left to do in this whole region. So I'll save it till some other time. And then there's that bit. Other works. For that, it's a cybercycle inside there. It's just lying dead, floating in the air. She's always there every time I look in. Does this building have any purpose? It's got a nice symbol on it. I doubt it. It doesn't say gig or anything. So there's probably nothing in there either. There's probably nothing in that building. I don't know if you can access it or not. I'll find out I think I left at the apartments. I have to remember where these apartments are. They're straight after this building. 5, 6. So I was going to take a left at the apartments and take another left to get back to that street. Just memorizing what this looks like. And also from this direction, I guess. Memorize it this direction as well. Coming up in that red or blue and yellow color. And then that yellowy corner thing with a fast travel point. Okay. Just trying to get this all in my head. Soft skis. Soft skies. Whatever it's called. Oh, big mega building. So if I went this way, I'd be going right underneath the mega building. I remember this street, sort of, from a couple of years ago. Where does this lead? No, do I? It's getting beyond my range now. It's like, shit, that's too many things to remember all at the same time. Let's just go back. Okay, so I was going to go this way, but I think I'll go this way first just to memorize. Because this bit should be easy because I've seen this bit so many times when I've driven, but wasn't really looking where I was going, you know, just. So this leads you to that little. I think I know where that takes you up. Yeah, I do know where it is. I know where I am now. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's all coming together. You know, I just love that feeling when a puzzle. It's like doing a puzzle. Memorizing streets is basically like doing a jigsaw puzzle. And when that was just there now, it's like getting the click. When you get a piece and it clicks, and you're just like, yes. Because I already knew that specific spot, but I never really knew what any of the streets led from that spot. Shit, where the hell am I? I think I just took a wrong turn or something. I was talking, I wasn't looking where I was going. Hey, let me go back to where the nice little puzzle clicked. Okay, I could have sworn when you go up this turn, it brings you to you take a left. No? Am I not at the place where I think I am? Maybe the puzzle doesn't click as much as I assumed. No, the puzzle's not clicking just as much as... It still clicked a bit. I have taken that turn before, but I just got mixed up and thought it took me to the circle. So I'll memorize this instead. Does this take me directly to the corner where the bad guys are always standing? I wonder? No? Maybe? No? No, it doesn't. Where the hell's that? Where the hell's the corner where the bad guys are always standing? Maybe it's down. Is this it? Is this it? Corner where the bad guys are always standing? No, it's still not it? Oh my god, I'm lost. I'm lost. Where's the corner where the bad guys are always standing? Maybe it's to my left. Like maybe there's another... Maybe it's here or something? No, I think the bad guys stand here, did they not? No, wait. It always comes when you're coming off that road. No, I don't remember, to be honest. Oh, yes, here it is. I got that last turn. I thought that last turn was this turn. There's the corner there, where the bad guys are always standing. And that leads me straight up to the motorway, I think. Yeah, so I've memorized this before, but I never memorized this. So if I go up this way, I think I memorized turning left here. Memorize that. That will bring me to the circle, I know that much. Or no, before it brings me to... Oh wait. Yeah, that brings me to the circle. It's just a different way in. I could go this way or I could go this way. It gets a bit confusing. Anyway, keep learning. Don't need to learn every single turn because then, as I said, it's like that buffer size. The buffer size of my brain just goes too much. Just remember, take a left and you're straight at that corner. Okay. Now this bit confused me slightly because I thought I was in a different location. Does this take me back onto the motorway maybe? Ah, okay, well that's another little puzzle click. Still, you can memorize something going one direction, then when you go the other direction, it's like shit. So I have to memorize it the other direction, going back the way. All the different landmarks, colors of buildings, etc. I wonder how much of this is actually going into me. Like, it might feel like it's going in, but then I might come back tomorrow and be like, oh no, I'm lost. I need to look at the map. This bit is confusing me. I better let it... Okay, I better make it stop confusing me. I assumed this bit, this little archway, was somewhere else. So and then I said, oh, the puzzle clicked. But it turns out I was wrong. I was just bloody wrong, is what it is. Oh, I know what's happened. I know what's happened. I want to go this way. Oh no. Oh, I know where this is. But I know what's happened. I'm on my recording. What's happened is... I know what's happened. I thought that road under the archway was this road. How about this road on the right was the road on the left? Because for some reason I assumed I always went under an archway. When it wasn't that I went under it, it was that I just passed it. Okay, so now I know where I am. So this should take me to where I think it should. If it doesn't, well then I'm still freaking lost. Yes, it does. Okay. Then it takes me to this archway. Okay, this bit's all starting to finally look a bit more clear in my head. As I said, in a year and a half ago, I memorized a lot, but I didn't memorize every single street. So it's like, this is just sort of retouching up the memories that the stuff I already memorized from a year and a half ago. Okay, so let's get this into my head. So this is nice now. I know where this is. But do I know? Yes, I know where that is. It's the same turn. For a second I thought there was another turn that I missed. This leads me to underneath that building, but I won't learn any more beyond there. This leads me up to the apartments. And let's get follow through with the path that I was trying to take at the start of this video. And, I mean, seriously, when I started this video, I was going to do the net driver thing. Then I thought, no, I'll explore first. And I was going to take this corner, just this bit right here. And then I got distracted doing all that other stuff, standing on a bridge and stuff. So let's memorize some shit here. There's some shopping mall or shopping thingy. Yeah, can't see it. Below deck or something. Below deck. Okay. Yes. Takes me there, which is nice. And this takes me up to that warehouse. Wareworks or something. What's it called again? Wareworks? Auto Works. Right. Wareworks. So that takes me straight back to Kabuki. I'm just calling it Kabuki Circle. I don't know what it's actually called. Right, and then yeah, this is all starting to look nice in my head. This whole region is starting to look. It's not perfect, but it's in my head. But it's still looking better than it ever did before. I now know where I am. You know, this is actually nice. I can drive up here. I take a left. That takes me under a bridge. I take my second left. It takes me into that main road that I call it. I just go forward. It takes me onto the same main road again. And that cop's apartment. Drive down the main road. I just keep driving. Pass over. You can go this way. There's like a drop point there. I wonder if these bad guys will be back. Please be back. Yay, they're back. It's nice to know that there's some things to do in the region, you know. So it's nice to know those bad guys are always going to be there for me to kill. Should I kill them right now? Yeah, why not? Then I could sell some stuff. Let's say I've memorized this whole region, sort of. The neocortex of the brain, I remember reading about how you memorize stuff one time. It could be in 1 minute and it could be out the next. It's confusing. Sometimes you memorize stuff and it don't feel like you memorized. Then you go to sleep. Then you wake up and it's all much clearer. So that's like the neocortex. You memorize it at the front of your brain. You go to sleep for a few hours. You wake up and while you're sleeping, it moves into your neocortex. So that's just great. I just love that puzzle feeling of learning something. Like a map. Like I would just do that for fun. One time I tried to learn a big chunk of London just for fun. Now, I've forgotten it all now, but part of me wants to do it again. But London's like ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if it has as many strange intersections as this game does, but it still has about 1 trillion intersections. Well, not a trillion, but you know what I mean. London's huge, but this does have a lot of weird intersections. I think in London most streets will lead to another street, you know? Where in this game, if you go one street, it's like you might have to travel the whole fucking map just to get back to the street below it or something. You know, with all these bridges, it's like it can get pretty confusing sometimes. This game, this is more like 3D chess, and London is just like chess, but a bigger board or something. Yeah, this is more 3D. London's like more just 2D, but lots of stuff. This is less stuff, but 3D. So that's the way to, yeah. So I would just do this for fun, you know, like just learning these things for fun. So that felt great, just to finally have an appreciation for where the hell I am in this game. I'm on benzos and stuff like that, and I've noticed over the years, like when I take less, things look easier to me. So maybe I'm exaggerating this whole thing. Maybe to like some other people, if anybody watched this video, you'd think, "Oh my God, what's the big deal? You memorized a street going this way and a street going this way. Well done." But to me, I don't know how to explain it. It's just that seemed somewhat. It wasn't too hard or anything, but you know, just on the surface, looking at this region, it just looked like gibberty. It just looked like confusing. So it's nice to be able to say, okay, I'm at Kabuki. Now I know if I take a left there. Now if I take a right there, I'll be back there again. I just love that feeling of knowing where you are. Okay, just saying. Right. So I should kill these guys, and then I think I'll just upload the video. What will I kill him with? Maybe I kill him with my mantis blade. Maybe I kill him with my cloak and my mantis blades. Oh no, I don't have my mantis blades installed. Great. Well then I just cloak and shoot them in the face. What difficulty are they? One. Wait, how are they shooting me? I think. Hold on, I have to. Oh, my hand is literally numb. The way I'm leaning my elbow into the bed, it's pinched a nerve. It's like pretty hard to play a game if you can't feel your hand. Okay, I think I can nearly feel my hand again. That wasn't as straightforward as I thought it would be. That's it. Let's pick up some shit. Pick up all this shit. Shit, pick up. You know, it's a great way to make money, actually. I didn't even think about that. You can make piles of money in this game, I just realized, if you just kill the same people over and over and over again. I don't know why it didn't even occur to me. I mean, it occurred to me a year and a half ago that was a great way to level up your XP or something. But I never actually thought of selling the weapons until I knew replay for. So. Did I miss a bad guy there? There's stuff. And because I took, in my last video there, I realized it's better to write down the weapons I own on a document thing on my computer in color code, and that way I know what I have in my stash, that way I know what I can sell and what I can't sell. So basically, I can sell all this stuff, I think, because I didn't even have to look at the document, I just remembered it. But it's nice to have that document just in case I made a mistake or something. So. Oh no, wait, hold on. I keep forgetting you can't sort by new items in in... What am I trying to say? You can't sort by new items in this drop point. It says new items, but it's not new items. Maybe one or two of those are new ones, but no, it's not. Usually it's wrong. Maybe it's right this time though. Well, that's not a new item, right? So what's that doing there? You know, so yeah, the new items is bugged. It doesn't. So the best way to do it is just by type. But in this occasion, new items would have been better because, oh well, type it is. So, new items would have been better because I already knew. Every time I picked something up, I was like, okay, I already have that. I already have that. I already have that. I already have that. I already have a blue version of that. I already have a green version of that. Already. Anyway, so I will sell Copperhead. I'll sell Milwaukee. I think I've got a green version of that. Do I? Let me check on my diary thing. Yeah, I've got a green version of it. I'll sell that. Oh, anything else? So I feel like I picked up more than that. I definitely did. I picked up more than that. I picked up a new Carnage, did I? Alright, okay, so sell that. Oh, I picked up a new Defender. Sell that. I should remember my starting weight so that way I don't sit there wondering is there more things to sell. Omaha, I know I have a better version of that. Another Omaha. Wait, I do have a better version of the Omaha, don't I? Of course I do. If anything, I've also got, I think I've got an iconic version of the Omaha. Where the hell's the Omaha? Where did I write it? Where did I write that down? Am I blind? Omaha, I've got a green version and a blue Lizzie. So yes, I can get rid of that. I'm so glad I took the time to write that down. Because I wasn't going to bother writing it down, and it would have made things harder. Lexington, I've got a million of those, so I should really remember my starting weight so this makes it easier. Oh, I've got loads of those. Oh yeah, that. I think that's it. Right, so 284. What's the that get me? Oh, 1,840. Nice. See, that wasn't even hard. Like, you can get money in this game really easily. I've been sitting there worrying about money. It's like, no, you can just do that. Okay, over now. That was basically me memorizing the map. Pretty boring shit from your perspective. But again, these videos aren't for you, they're for me. But if you want to watch them, that's great. Maybe I should always start my videos saying that. So that these videos, yeah, from now on I'm going to start my videos saying that. I'm going to introduce the video saying, by the way, these videos are for me, not for you. But if you want to watch, well then good. Maybe you'll enjoy it. But it's pretty boring. It's just me talking about memorization. Okay, bye-bye.